33 against property at 213 Jefferson Avenue.
Your Honor, I'd introduce Resolution 2013-41.
Second.
Any further discussion on this? Then if you will vote, please.
All council members voting in the affirmative, Resolution 2013-41 is adopted.
We'll move to resolution number 2013-42, levying a special assessment in the amount of $342.67 against property at 1114 Pierce Street.
Your Honor, I move consideration of resolution number 2013-42.
Second.
A motion with a second. Again, any discussion at all? Please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative, Resolution 2013-42 is adopted.
Moving on to asking for consideration of resolution 2013-43, levying a special assessment in the amount of $382.71 against property located at 812 South 11th Street.
Your Honor, I move consideration of resolution 2013-43.
Second.
A motion with a second. No discussion? Please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative, Resolution 2013-43 is adopted.
Next is consideration of resolution number 2013-44, levying special assessment in the amount of $1,745.32 against property located at 907 South 4th Street.
Your Honor, I'd offer Resolution 2013-44 for consideration.
Second.
Okay, a motion with a second for consideration. Any discussion? If not, please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative, Resolution 2013-44 is adopted.
Finally, consideration of resolution 2013-45, levying a special assessment in the amount of $465.47 against located at 1900 West Madison Avenue.
Your Honor, I'd introduce Resolution 2013-45.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion with a second. With no discussion, then please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative, Resolution 2013-45 is adopted.
All right, moving on to the regular agenda, we're asking for consideration of approval for the mayor to execute a contract with Alpha Lava Hashbrook Simon Hartley Incorporated for reconditioning of a belt filter press at the Water Pollution Control Center in the amount of $205,490 and authorization for the mayor to sign any and all contracts and documents related. I would ask for consideration there.
Your Honor, I move consideration of approval.
Second.
Okay, consideration with a second. Looks like Todd's here to tell a story.
Oh, yep. They were on before. That one go on.
There you go.
I feel like I'm at the movie premiere here. Ooh, lights down.
Is it coming on?
I don't know. This one is.
There you go.
That's perfect.
A little bit, the mayor asked me to show some pictures regarding to our expenses here, so pictures 1,000 words here. In the background, you can see that there's two presses that we have in this building, two belt filter presses, one farther back and the one near. And the one near is, this one is the Ashbrook. It's coming up on 30 years old, and part of this project is reconditioning the belt filter press, and Ashbrook is the lowest bid. And what they do is they come in and they did totally disassemble this piece of equipment, put it on a semi-trailer, haul it to Texas, go through it, replace all the bearings and the rollers that you see on the piece of equipment, and go through everything. They'll replace the motor that you see there, And everything will be redone and like new as it was 20, 30 years ago, and have a year warranty on it for the $205,000 that this is gonna run us. So we've made it last past the 20-year lifespan that we've had. So staff has done real good on that. The bearings here, there'll be a 20-year life on them at that point, and some of this stuff that needs to replace right now, so all encompasses the 30 years use of the life and of the equipment. So I ask for approval of this, and does anyone have any questions on it, I guess? It's a critical piece of equipment. I guess a little more to the story is when this is out of service for about 5 months, the staff will run the other one more often and into the weekends to keep up with the demand until this one gets back into service,
That's the time frame, Todd, you're looking at is 5 months?
roughly.
And just, do you have a ballpark figure what a new piece of equipment?
$500,000,
So
$500,000 to 600.
I just wanted it comparatively,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
forgot.
it's half
Thank you.
price for basically a brand-new reconditioned.
Right.
Todd, do we have to worry about any sort of safety upgrades, or is there safety upgrades that go into the new equipment they put on there?
Everything will be upgraded to as if it was a new piece of equipment. So the safety equipment, electrical and everything will be like new. The only thing is it'll be original if it's usable. The thickness of the metal, like the I-beams that you see, will be hot dip galvanized if there's still thickness there for non-corroded.
Okay,
So
thanks.
everything will be upgraded to all current standards.
So Todd, we get a year's warranty on this thing, right?
1 year from after installation,
You got a guess as to what the useful life would be?
20 years.
You think you get 20 out of it?
I'm hoping beyond my time.
I can guarantee it'll be beyond mine.
Kind of in the line of the same question I had before, Todd, on new one, what kind of warranty are they looking at on new equipment?
1 year as well.
So,
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
How does the other one need to be refurbished after this one? Or-
It will be, but it's 6 years newer, so I got that on a timeline farther out.
Okay, thank you.
Good question.
Good planning. Very good. Any other questions for him at all?
Todd, what does the belt filter press do?
It dewaters solids that come into the plant, so all the solids, we flocculate all the solids together and squeeze out the water basically and put it on a truck and then land apply it for agronomic reasons in a nutshell.
Well, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you doing this for me because I had a whole different vision of what this filter might be. So again,
It's basically two belts that come together, and then it goes around a series of rollers that just keep squeezing it tighter and tighter and tighter, and the belts are open so that the water can run out of them.
interesting. Thank you.
I
very
would have
much.
made a video, but I figured it.
No, that's quite all right. But like I say, you gave me exactly what I wanted, Todd, just the picture. That's great. Any other discussion, council? With that, please vote then.
All council members voting in the affirmative.
All right, and then we're going to look at, for consideration of approval of change order number 2 with Berenzi and Sons Paint Company for the 2 million gallon steel water storage tank painting project, resulting in an increase of $80,743.96. I'm looking for consideration.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay, appreciate that. Motion with a second for consideration. Looking to talk to us is Mark.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Last spring, as most of you, I assume, would remember, there were some structural deficiencies identified when we opened up the tank to begin painting the interior of our 2 million gallon tank at the wastewater treatment plant. Back then, we initially had a change order for the quick fixes that we had a consultant, Black & Veatch, recommend some quick fixes to get us through the summer. And that was that first change order that was processed in the springtime, and we knew that, that wasn't gonna be the end of it. So we got it back into service for the rest of the summer, and during that time, Black & Veatch put together a more detailed plan for a long-term fix, which consisted of several options of replacing the roof entirely or making fixes, and economically, for the lifespan of the tank, it made a lot more sense just to make fixes to what we had
Oh, really?
to get us the life expectancy of the tank.
Okay.
This change order includes the items before you, most of which were predetermined or pre-negotiated amounts based off of previous bid items or previous invoices that they had for the first time they had to do this work, because some of the work had to be redone. We tried to do that so we knew what the cost was going to be on the front end. The only item was item 11. A portion of that was based off time and materials, which is for the welding subcontractor. For the welding subcontractor, because we weren't quite sure how much time it was going to take them, and they didn't really have a good feel for it, so we wanted to make sure neither of us got a raw deal. And due to the holidays, we had a few minor changes to this change order. I believe Beth either has handed out or is handing out copies of that to that item 11. And that was just when we were homing in on the exact amount for the time and materials, and I got that hammered out this afternoon with the contractor. So that is the final change order related to the repairs of the tank. I think it was, the original estimate was $81,000, and now we're at $84,000 for our final number. So we're not too far off of what they originally estimated for the change order. With that, any questions?
Any questions at all for Mark? Okay, so what we're looking at is the final change order to read $84,255.16. I've been brought up very well by Randy Gates. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
okay?
One question, it's, reblast and reprime, so that they had to reblast, reprime
Yeah,
stuff there.
there was areas that, we made some temporary repairs, and then we just put primer over it to get us through the summer.
Oh, okay.
And then they had to go back and make additional repairs, and so they had to reblast and reprime some area, and that's what that cost is.
Okay. Anyone else with any questions? Okay, Mark, thanks very much. All right. Any further discussion at all, council?
I guess just a question, formality, will we have to have an amended since the amount's different?
You're just approving the change order, and I'll note in the minutes that the amount is the
Okay.
correct final
Okay,
amount.
thank you.
Nice catch. If nothing further, then please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative.
Okay, and next is consideration of ordinance number 5275, amending section 26-59 of the code to place in the code the existing prohibitions related to assessing the public sewer by way of a manhole, which are currently set forth in the existing standard specifications for this city.
Your Honor, I'll introduce ordinance 5275.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion with a second. Discussion on this? Who do I look to? Are you going to explain this, Shane, or Clint? Who? Clint?
What we've done here is, I don't really think we've changed anything. We've just made it easier to find the requirements that the city has for the placement of sewers or terminating a building sewer in a manhole. And there's really two things here and some of you, there's been a discussion a couple of weeks back with a group of plumbers in regard to the ordinance. Having listened to that discussion, this ordinance has been tweaked just a little bit to make it clear that what we're doing here is in adding subsection L, which is the underlined portion on the bottom of the second page, we're really replicating what's done for the addition in B, whether we're terminating the sewer in the sewer main, or generally what this says is it basically says that in L that it's generally undesirable to terminate the building sewer in the manhole for a multitude of reasons. There may be occasions where that's appropriate, and then it just goes through the process to do that. This, together with the next ordinance on here, and I think this was one of the questions that I think we've clarified there, is that the application, the permit, the inspection fee that goes along with putting the sewer either into the main or into the manhole is the same fee. It's not an additional fee, it's the same $20 fee when we get there. And that was kind of a clarification that came out of the meeting with the plumbers to make sure that that's clearly reflected. Try to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions at all on this, council? Anyone? Okay, if no further discussion then, short title on this, Beth?
An ordinance of the City of Norfolk, Nebraska to amend Section 26-59 of the official city code to place in the code the existing prohibitions related to accessing the public sewer by way of a manhole, which are currently set forth in the existing standard specifications for the city, to provide when this ordinance shall be in full force and effect, and to provide for publication of this ordinance in pamphlet form.
And now, if you will please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative, ordinance 5275 carries on first reading.
Your Honor, I move we suspend the rules and pass ordinance 5275 on second and third.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion with a second to suspend the rules and pass on second and third. Any further discussion? Again, please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative, ordinance 5275 carries on second and third.
And next is consideration of ordinance number 5276, amending section 2-5 of the code to update the city's comprehensive fee schedule related to building sewer application, permit, and inspection fee when requesting to deposit a building sewer into a manhole.
Your Honor, I'd offer for consideration ordinance number 5276.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion with a second. Again, Clint, I'm looking to you. for a little-
I think we've already addressed that. The actual change is on page 21 of the ordinance. If you look there, and we've created the fee for section 26-59L, which was really established in the preceding ordinance with the enactment of ordinance 5275. And then we've just inserted some other language in there regarding the termination of a sewer in a sewer main to show that they're the same $20 fee regardless of whether at the end of the day it terminates in the main or it terminates in the manhole.
Okay. Any other discussion or questions?
I guess one question I have is, will a copy of this be sent to all the plumbers, or them being notified that this will be updated so that everybody knows?
We can.
Sure.
Via email or something like that, or
Sure, we can send that out, Council. Absolutely.
just so those folks know that there has been a couple changes, some that may not have known what was going on. And
Yeah, in particular, the $20 fee, that was, there wasn't a change in that, so it's good to clarify that. I know Dennis, he left to another meeting, but he did have some communication with those plumbers that were addressing that the evening, a couple weeks ago. And he reached out personally and told them that there was no change in that fee because they were concerned about it. So that communication already did happen, but we can follow up with some written correspondence.
thank you.
And what
Good thought,
what
Ben.
we've done there with that is that the fee was already existing. I mean, it just clarified, it's just a matter of clarification regarding the whole gambit of that, whether it's in a manhole or whether it's in the sewer main. The fee was there if you went in a manhole before. It just is a little clearer, hopefully, with the enactment of this tonight.
Okay,
So it shouldn't be a new one.
okay, thank you.
Okay, any other discussion at all, council? If not, then, short title.
An ordinance of the City of Norfolk, Nebraska to amend Section 2-5 of the official city code to update the comprehensive fee schedule related to building sewer application, permit, and inspection fee when requesting to deposit a building sewer into a manhole, to provide when this ordinance is in full force and effect, and to provide for publication of this ordinance in pamphlet form.
Okay, please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative, ordinance 5276 carries on first reading.
Your Honor, I would move that we suspend the rules and pass ordinance 5276 on second and third.
I'll second that.
We have a motion with a second to suspend the rules and pass ordinance 5276 on second and third. Any discussion? Please vote.
All council members voting in the affirmative, ordinance 5276 carries on second and third.
Okay. For you media folks there in the back, I see lots of questions going through your mind on who are you going to talk to about these ordinances. I'm going to say Clint. So come on. With that, we are adjourned.